Yes, and we're live. So, welcome everybody to
What is going on?
live interview show with Become a Fearless Father. Right now, accompanied by Chad Kodary, and I'm excited about this because I have seen his lives, and they are nuts.
We gotta go crazy in here. We gotta go crazy in here.
Where's the machines at?
Yeah,
Oh man, I got it. Yo, I saw your live, man. I got to see the game.
I got you on the side monitor too, by the way, in case you see me looking this way. I'm not looking away and doing something random. I got the live Facebook feed, so if anybody has any questions or comments or anything, they can drop them right in here, and I'll see them as well.
Oh, nice. All right, cool. Yeah, so I hope that you see him as well in StreamYard, in the whole section that we have. It should be, but let's check it out. Anyway, everybody that saw, make sure you show some love, right? Say, what up? And
see what's going on? Drop a 476 in the chat.
There you go.
476 in the chat. If you know who I am, if you see me before, drop it in the chat.
There you go. All right. So let's get going right away with this question, and then we'll introduce you a little bit more, Chad. So first of all, man, because I've been watching you, and then I see all the cool pictures with your wife, your baby, and I'm just like, man, this is awesome, right? And then I see your business and see your lives. I'm like, wait a minute. How is it possible that this guy has time for all of that and the success, right? So share with us, man. What's your secret? What's your hacks, your strategy to make sure that you're building out that successful business, you're making your vision come true, and at the same time you're connecting as beautiful as you can with your family?
I think for me, it all comes down, for one, it wasn't always like that. Just going to throw that out there. For anybody who's watching this that may not be at that part where your schedule is all over the day, and you have kids and you're trying to spend time with your kids, or if you're running your business and you don't have time enough to spend with your business, and you get your life and this, and it's all combining, it's intertwined. It's like, holy shit, what am I supposed to do? By the way, am I allowed to curse on here or no cursing allowed?
Too late now.
You're like, holy fuck, what is going on, right? No, okay. So then, like, for me, I think the balance was, and it sounds something so simple, is actually when I started using my calendar, right? So for the first couple of years of my business, I did not use my calendar at all. Actually, until I used it, like here and there, I would put certain things on my calendar, right? But for the last probably 2 years, with the pickup in the business and so many things happening, and my daughter, now that I have my daughter, which is 14 months old, right? So this all happened within the last 2 years, right? So for me, putting things on my calendar, like I have 2 calendars. I have my work calendar, okay? And that's my 9 to 5. That's what is happening within Chad's day within 9 to 5. If it's not on my calendar, okay, or if I have blocks on my calendar, that's what I consider my free space. And then I have time to optimize the business, or time to work with my production team or my staff, or whatever the case may be, right? But if it's on my calendar, I have to do it. It's a must. If I put something on my calendar, it's something that has to be done, right? And it's the same thing on my personal calendar. So that's my work calendar, 9 to 5. And then I have a personal Google calendar that's literally shared with my wife. And whenever we have event, like I got a lot of things going on in my business. We have a big team here in Fort Lauderdale. There's a large office, a lot of moving pieces, 2 companies that we're running from here. So you can only imagine the craziness and all the puzzle pieces and all the things that you got to try to remember. So my wife literally controls my personal life, right? So any family events, birthday parties, date nights, things like that, that all goes on the personal calendar. And what I do is I take both of those calendars, I share them into one Google calendar, okay? And then I can see my entire day, my personal and my business. That's how I know what my schedule is. And like I said, anything in between that's not on my calendar is either probably just sleeping, because that's literally my calendar is jam-packed throughout the entire day for the most part.
Wow.
That's for me. That's my way to structure my day to keep sane. And if there's stuff that's not on my calendar, it gets pushed to either the gaps or the blocks, or it gets pushed to time when I have it. It is what it is. The stuff on my calendar is the utmost of highest priority, which is why I'm here.
Yeah, exactly.
You're on my calendar.
I like that. So let me ask you real quick before we go into who's Chad Kodary, right? What happens if it's double, right? So there's something booked, there's a day, and then all of a sudden it's like business and life. How do you go about making a decision?
Can't. If it's on the calendar, it's on the Google calendar. So you can't book each other.
That's impossible. I was just wondering.
It's impossible. But before I had the calendar, it used to be like that almost every single day, right? My wife used to tell me, "Oh, we're gonna do date night, and we're gonna do date night next Monday. It's in like a week." I'm like, "Okay, great, let's do it." And in my head, as a man, it goes in this year and out the other. And I'm like, "Oh, I forgot it," because there's so many. Your brain can only store so much things, right? And it's also selective sometimes. So it's like, and not saying that that's not important. It's super important, but it's just with all of the other shit that I have piled up into my head, it's super hard to remember every little thing, right? So, and then I used to like book an interview or book something on Monday, and then she used to be like, "Hey, you ready for our date night?" I'm like, "What date night?" Like, right? It's happened. We're human. It happens to everybody, right? So that's why the calendar is so important. So things like that don't happen. Okay. Don't be the old Chad. Be the new and improved Chad. Okay.
There you go. Yeah. End up sleeping in the bed and on the couch.
Yes, exactly. 100%. 100%.
Awesome, man. Awesome. So share with us real quick, man, for the people that don't know you, Chad. Who's Chad? Share a little bit of your origin story. Go ahead.
Yeah. So my name is Chad Kodary. I am the CEO and founder of two different companies. The first one is Social Agency, which opened in 2009. Standard marketing agency, like many people have out there selling, local SMBs, SEO, pay-per-click, Facebook campaigns, websites, things like that, right? Regular agency, right? And then about 3.5 years ago, we started developing a software platform, which today is known as DashClicks. Some of you guys who are watching might know the platform, might have heard of it. We work directly with digital marketing agencies only. That is the only cohort and only target demographic that we work with inside of DashClicks. It's a software platform that basically frees up agencies' time so they can scale their agency. They can go out and build a team. They can have this 6 or 7 figure or 8 figure agency, whatever timeline you're on within your life. And we provide that within 3 different routes. With software. So we have a whole software platform and a bunch of cool tools that you can use, prospecting tools, stuff like that. We have our white label fulfillment where we fulfill orders for digital marketing agencies, completely white labeled. And then vacation where we have obviously courses and like tomorrow we're doing Dash Day where 12 people are flying down to our office from all over the world, and it's an entire day agency workshop. So things like that, educational courses, live webinars. So it's a hybrid of those 3 things. So really in the building that I'm in, and if you look, I'll kind of move the camera a bit. Like we have our studio. So we have a full-blown studio set right here, which is actually my office. And then through that door, which is right behind me somewhere over there, right there, there's a huge, almost 5,000 square foot office with over 30 employees in-house in our office. So 2 companies that both pretty much do marketing, running from the same organization, which is pretty cool. So as you can tell, my days are super always hectic. There's always things that are moving. So that's why the calendar thing is important. I promise you the shit works, guys. You got to do it.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely, man. Especially the blocks. That's one of the things that I teach my clients. It helps. And then I keep going like, this week wasn't so productive. Did you plan your blocks? I need to plan my blocks. I'm like, yeah, exactly. Cool. So, dude, man, I lost where I wanted to go. All right. So, and just for the audience, right? So you have a daughter that's 14 months old, and you're married for
6 years.
6 years. Awesome, man. Congrats. Love it.
Thank you.
And all right. So what's been, because as I said, I saw you a lot on Facebook Live, right? And saw you at the event, and you shared lots of information. What is that your secret? Is that how you grew out your business, or what would you say is like, okay, this is the one thing that I recommend your dads to just consistently do?
Yeah, I think for me, because we have 2 businesses and they both have 2 completely different target demographics. I think for DashClicks, the number one I would call secret that we have was doing when I spoke at where we met Akbar Sheikh's event is that thing that I shared, which was going out and doing Facebook groups, doing lives like this, and basically getting in and building out into other networks. And then people know who you are. You build your brand recognition. And then through brand recognition comes revenue, right? Because then people start coming in. So for us in DashClicks, we were able to sign up over 10,000 users into our marketing platform in just pretty much under 1 year, all by doing this organic hack that we call relationship marketing, which is the name that we use for it, right? And then on the other side, on the retail agency, it was a lot of outbound, right? It was we had a call center, right? So this room, once again, that I'm in, this whole room, this used to be a call center of 13 people, the whole room. Yeah,
Wow.
there was literally cubicles, and then we don't do any outreach anymore, thank God, because it was really hard.
Mhm.
But doing outreach, doing email blasts, doing like everything that a regular digital marketing agency would do, but we would just do it to the masses, and we scaled up really, really quick.
Exactly.
So those are really the two things. Everybody right now is doing paid ads. Paid ads is only good if you're trying to accelerate super fast. But if you're not at the point where you have a lot of money to spend on paid ads, if you're at the point in your life where, okay, like I want a business, but I don't have $200 a day to spend in Facebook ads. A lot of money, right? That comes out to a couple $1,000s a month just in Facebook ads, right? So what's the other way to do it? Well, the organic way is to do it. You get really good at the organic marketing, right? Which is viral videos, which is posting on your YouTube channel, coming and doing interviews like you're doing, interviewing people that are influencers in certain spaces, and then building off of their brand recognition to build yours. That's like the whole thing of relationship marketing, right? And then once you have that, you can start pouring gasoline onto the fire, which is your paid ads. And then your paid ads just start scaling like crazy too. So it's got to be done in stages. I like to do things first organically, test the market a little bit, see if it's a good fit, and then I'll start running paid ads, spending my money on it.
Yeah, that's a great tip for all entrepreneur dads out there that are like me, like in a position where you started, now definitely like this is what I want to do. You got your products out and you're still there like, okay, I'm about to lift off, but not that, just missing that one to say, okay, I got money to say like, look, I'm going to spend ads. So I love that. That's why I wanted right away. I was like, dude, you got to remember how we started talking. So, dude, you got it. I'm like, what? Sorry, weird question, but that's what we're all about. And I wanted to have you on my show. Man, that's fantastic.
That's the way to do it, man. That's why I'm here. Look at that. You just went out and you took action, literally. And now we're here together. We're live.
Exactly. So let me ask you this, because 14 months, very young, right? That's one of the things I struggle with is like, dude, what do I do with this? Right? He's so young. What do I do with my son right now, right? He's 6 months, 12 months, 14 months, doesn't do much yet. Maybe he starts walking a little bit, right? Until now, that's not what I do. I could have done so much, right? Hugging him, playing with him, tickling with him, reading, right? I didn't do it that much yet. I did it with the second one. So I'm just wondering, man, what are some of the things that you like learn over time that you're like, oh yeah, man, I'm doing this and this, we're having fun. And even though she's very young, you still make sure to get stuff there.
So for me, my daughter's at the stage where she literally just started walking like 2 weeks ago, right?
Nice.
So now she's running around everywhere, and like she's at the stage where now she's becoming like interactive almost in a way where you can, you say things and she's recognizing it and she's responding, right? She's responsive to things that you're doing now, right? Whereas before it was completely different. It was a different type of element, right? So I think the cool part about it, and also like at the very beginning and kind of like the telling a little bit of a story here, like it's crazy because when I had my daughter is when actually we launched the DashClicks platform. It was at the same time. So it was like two like huge life experiences for me all happening at once. And you can like the brain explosion, right? Is like, where does the time go? Like this is picking up and this is going crazy. And I have a daughter at home, right? So for me, it's family first, work second. Like that's it. Like that's the way it's got to be, right? So when you're doing things like that, that's how you kind of have to like motivate yourself. Like if you're a dad and you're an entrepreneur, you're trying to juggle your work life experience, especially it's not just think about it's not just your child, it's also your wife, right? Your wife feel like you got to give time to your wife. It's just date nights, spend time, watch movies together, go out. Like these are the things that need to be done, right? To build a healthy relationship, not only for your wife, for your kid, for your business, for your lifestyle, for everything in general. But I think like some of the things that I do now is, and once again, my daughter's still fairly young. Like I said, just at the responsive stage. But a lot of playing like in the backyard. We have like this whole play set, so we're playing in there. We also, one cool thing, and we're luckily for us, is in our neighborhood. So we live in a community. And in our neighborhood, literally right around the corner from us, is my wife's sister lives there. Right. And they have 2 kids, and one of the kids is literally 2 months away. So the cousins, right, my daughter and their son, they literally are like best friends, and they're playing together, and we're there every single day, and they're growing up together. So she has somebody to play with every single day. Now also recently, we just put her into daycare about maybe like 2 months ago, something like that. Now she's starting the daycare, so like you can see like life is accelerating. It's pretty crazy. So that's kind of where we are today, right now. With the whole father approach.
Love it, man. Love it. So one of the things that I've noticed throughout the years of being an entrepreneur dad, energy is key in everything, right? If you either you with your wife, you're at your business, right, talking to clients, or going live right now, right, actually do it, and of course when you're with your kids, right? Yeah. And that was in the beginning one of my biggest struggles. And I see you at the event, and you know it's late, you know it's early, you still like, whoa, let's go, right? Full energy. I saw your lives. It's like, man, this roof's about to explode here.
Yeah.
Right? So,
yeah.
Have you always been this Energizer Bunny, or you know?
No? And it's funny because we have somebody in our office right now who's actually outside, is touring the office and stuff. It's one of the guys who are going to be here tomorrow to Dash Day. And he asked me, he's like, do you have this like switch that you turn on before you do like these lives, or before you, because you can go to like 0 to 100 really fast. Is there like a switch? Is there like a moderator? So you can't be at 100 all the time. It's impossible. Human beings, we would literally deteriorate ourselves, right? So it is almost like a switch. It's like when I get in the mode where I know, and it's not like this switch where it's like I control almost in a way where it's like, okay, now I'm going to get to 100. It's also the excitement of what I'm doing, right? And I get excited about a couple of different things. I get excited about doing live interviews like this. I get excited about speaking on stage. I get excited when I do live webinars in front of hundreds of people. And the more people that are on, the more people that are watching. Like when we do a live webinar in our Marketers Mindset group, it's like 400 or 500 people sometimes live watching the webinar. And you ask a question, you see the whole chat just start going crazy. And the energy, that's when the excitement. It's me. I feel like what fuels the energy is excitement. Right, so you get excited, and then bang, the energy starts shooting up. Right, that mixed with Monster energy drinks, that's it. That's the secret right there.
What was that, Monster energy drinks?
That mixed with Monster energy drinks, and that'll do the trick.
I would assume that if you drink a Monster energy drink, it's like, okay, that's just danger. You'll be like a rocket, like literally getting wings.
Literally.
Awesome, man. I love it. So, all right. Let's keep this going. Anybody that's watching, by the way, if you have any questions for Chad, man, do me a huge favor. This is interactive, so please ask anything that you want. It'll be my pleasure.
And another cool thing is, even if your guys are watching the replay, because not everybody watches live all the time. People are working. People have schedules. Guys, this is on social media. This is going to be everywhere you can probably imagine. If you're watching this even after, if you just tag me at Chad Kodary, or just leave a comment, because I'll write a little comment on here, and then every time somebody else leaves a comment, I'll get notified. So if you have any questions, just write it down even if you're watching the replay. Totally cool. And I'll be more than happy to jump in here and answer any questions that you guys have. And most importantly, Klaas works really hard to set up these interviews. These interviews are not easy to set up, right? Hit the like button, hit the love button, drop in numbers, drop in crazy chats, gifts, drop in anything that you can, because that's what's going to build the excitement for the group, for the community, for everybody that Klaas is working with. I mean, guys, it's not easy to come on here and do interviews and bring people on and take time out of your busy day and your busy work schedule to go out and do things like this to help educate others, because that's all it's for, right? Nobody's asking for any money on here. All we're asking for is to take in the information and learn, right? So he's coming in here providing value. The only thing that you can do, it'll take you 2 seconds, is one, you take this little finger and you smack it against the like button like that 100 times until your finger falls asleep. And then the next thing that you do is you just type in, you say, oh my God, this is amazing. And then 4 exclamation points and you hit enter. Or, oh my God, this is the craziest video I've ever seen. And then you hit enter again. And then the comments start building up and people start going crazy, right? And that's all you got to do, is just be engaging. So
I love it, brother. I love it. Now my kids are going crazy. It's funny, man, because we have a rule: no TV from Monday to Thursday. And my wife goes, they're off tomorrow, so let's turn on the TV. I'm like, that's not a smart idea. They're gonna go nuts.
No TV from Monday, even at night when they get home.
None.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah. See, the reason for that is, and I'll share that right now. I had a brain specialist for kids on my show, a Belgian professor. Dude, his knowledge, boom. And he said, like, any screen time for kids under 6 years old, you actually should just say it's a no-no.
Wow.
Because of their brain development. So, Yeah, it was huge for me too. I was like, whoa, okay, we got to make some improvement. Then we said, okay, Monday, Thursday. Also because it makes them sleep less well. It gets them really hyper. While you think like, oh, I put them in the TV, they're going to be quiet. No, they actually get more hyper because the screens just keep, you know.
What are some of the things that you do instead of the TV, right? Because sometimes when my daughter starts crying, I got to throw the iPad in front of her. I'm like, just relax, watch this cute little YouTube video. And, and maybe it's not a good thing to do, but what are some of the things that you do? Maybe I can learn something today too.
There you go. I appreciate you asking that. So the thing is, right, if they cry, that means they want something, right? Whether that's your attention, your hug, or you playing with them. Now, your kid's 14 months. Because I would say, like, what I do with my kids is puzzling, playing with the Lego, playing with the Playmobiles. I don't know if they have that in Spain, Playmobiles, but Legos, everybody knows, right? So I do those kind of stuff. That's really cool. And dominoes, right? To make sure that they connect the same two. That's always cool. And drawing, they really love. Those kind of things, right? With a 14-month-old, that's a little bit more difficult, right?
It's hard, yeah.
But one of the tips that I always share with any kind of dad doesn't, until they start talking, right, and get a little bit even more engaged with you, read for them.
We do that. Yeah, my daughter loves books. My daughter will especially now in the last like 2 months, because we get her the little kid, the fun interactive books with colors, and you press buttons and it makes noises and stuff. She'll literally go grab a book and bring it to us.
There you go.
And, like, just pulled it up in front of us, and it's like, read, like she doesn't speak it, but she's like, yeah, right. And we know what she wants. Obviously, she's coming with the book, so we'll read her the book.
Yeah.
But
we got a couple of books that we got a long time ago where you put your hand in it. It has like a puppet as well. So you turn the pages and then you got to make the puppet do something. So they like that because I was moving the puppet. Now they still like the book because now they get to move the puppet. That's pretty cool. So yeah, man. Man, before we go off, right? One of the things that I always ask, how do you make sure, because you just said like your wife controls pretty much your whole life schedule. How do you make sure that you show up for your wife and connect with her?
Yeah. It is one, I like to do date nights weekly.
Okay.
So because I'm very busy, weekends I don't work. Okay. Saturday, Sunday, unless it's like something that's like that we're super behind on or whatever, maybe once in a blue moon, I'll go to work on a Sunday. Okay. Weekends are not. Weekends are for my wife and for my family. So it's devoted to my family's my weekends. At work, I usually leave work. My goal is to be home by at least like 5:30, 6 o'clock. My daughter goes to sleep at 7:30, right? And our office is 9 to 5. So, and I also live about a half hour away from my office. So my house is a half hour driving time, right? So if I'm leaving here at 5:30, I get home 5:36, right? That way I have a couple hours to play with my daughter. And then after we put our daughter to sleep, we'll watch a movie together, we'll order or make food and eat dinner together, right? So those are things that has to be done. Then obviously date night, I don't know if I said that already, but once a week, like we'll have either my parents or her parents come over and watch our daughter, do babysitting. And then we'll go out, we'll either watch a movie, we'll go grab dinner, we'll go to a lounge and grab a drink and hang out, like just get out of the house and be like in the environment of other people.
Exactly. Before we quit, what's your favorite movie?
I want to say Wolf of Wall Street. It's pretty high.
No.
Yeah.
Yep, love that. All right, Chad. So you had a hard stop, so I don't want to take your time up anymore. Share with us, man. If anybody has any questions for you, want to follow you, what's the best way? I'll put some links in the description, right? Yeah. But
I think for me, the easiest thing is if you want to follow me on Instagram, I always, follow me, send me a DM. I can answer any questions you have. Just at Chad Kodary, which is my name, right there.
Yep.
Right down there. So just take out the space right there and just put an at symbol right there and you'll be good to go. So at Chad Kodary. That's it. So simple as that. If you're an agency owner, just go to DashClicks.com. Go create your free DashClicks account. I'm in there. I'm in the live chat. I'd love to connect with you guys. And if you're an agency owner, jump into our Marketers Mindset by DashClicks Facebook group. Just go into the Facebook, type in Marketers Mindset by DashClicks, hit enter, and bam, you'll find us. I'll be in there as well. And that's how you can get in touch with me. And leave comments on this chat. Leave comments. Make sure you leave comments. It's the most important thing. So I'll come on here and I'll answer them for you guys, okay?
Awesome, man. I appreciate it. Again, Chad, thank you so much for being on. Really appreciate
You're welcome, brother.
How obvious you are. So thanks again. Everybody else.
Thank you guys for having me. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Absolutely. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.